Hello everyone, we're still here at the Filipinos in London Professional and Business Meetup, now with the business group, and now we're talking to entrepreneurs and managers based here, of course, in London. And we'll find out what sectors, what professions they are busy with, how they started, and how they're thriving here in the UK. Are you ready, guys? Ready na tayo? Alright, so we'll start our panel discussion with our business group.
I'm Jeremy Abeliar, Senior Staff Nurse in Post-Anesthetic Care Unit at Croydon Hospital. What motivated me to move in the UK is for hope of a better opportunity for me and my husband. My husband was involved in politics. He was in Congress, and I was not convinced in politics or relying on my parents. The best option for me that I saw is to go abroad to have a better life for my family.
My name is Christy Vicentina. I am the current Managing Director of Philippine National Bank Europe. Prior to my assignment here, I was the General Manager of PNB Singapore for 18 years. I was also the Region Head for Asia and Oceania prior to moving to UK. I moved here last year, so I'm practically new and still learning. What made me move here is, aside from professional growth, I wanted to be nearer my nieces. Two of my nieces are based in UK. I'm still in the adjustment period. So aside from the weather, the accent, the food, and the sun is a totally different experience from me.
I'm Bong De Leon, working as an aircraft mechanic in aviation. I moved here 20 years ago from Singapore. Then I was being hired to work here as an aircraft fitter, as a support in their maintenance. Challenges here is more on discrimination. As working in aviation, it's quite new from them that they got an Asian coming here. And there's some language barrier. As an engineer working here, it's too hard, especially when you came here and without your family.
I'm Emilia Esteliore Sangana. I moved here 1990. I was actually a carer. Naglo-look after ako ng learning disability for 7 years, and then I studied while I'm looking after the learning disability. Nag-study ako ng nag-study, and then nag-manage ako ng famous violinist. Stayed ako sa kanya ng 4 years. After 4 years, namatay yung famous na violinist na yon. Nag-manage ako ng 6 kami. Ako ang manager nila. Tapos, nag-move on ako. I wanted to come to UK since I was child. Pangarap ko na yun kasi we are 5. I have 4 siblings. Mahirap lang ang buhay namin. Na kung naging tatay, naging nanay sa mga kapatid ko hanggang sa nag-grow ako dito. Dito na ako nag-grow actually kasi I live here more than I live in Philippines. Actually 2000, namatay yung alaga ko. Nag-look after ulit ako ng another famous ambassador siya ng Iranian. After the Iranian, nung namatay na siya, I started my agency. And in that time, all student, they don't have a job. Ang daming student na Filipino. No, nag-registered sila sa akin. I started commissioning, started to giving them a job. Sometimes, of course, most of the Filipino, as we know, they are new in this country. They're excited to do whatever they wanted to do. So it was a struggle for me. That is really struggling kasi tatawag sila ng 6 o'clock in the morning, duty sila ng 8 o'clock. Then sasabihin nila, sorry, I can't come to work today. So I have to get up, go to work. Sometimes I work 24 hours straight, and then sometimes following days I need to work again. It was a struggle in the very beginning, and start my agency, Angels Care Home, since 2007. I was accredited from the government 2009. So from then until now, I actually try to commission not only from the NHS for the nursing home as well, and it's still helping a lot of Filipinos. I have 47, 48 scholarship. I help a lot of people that needed help in Philippines. Struggle, but we get there in the end.
My name is John Estelia. I am the managing partner of PHR or the professional human resources. That company has been opened last year based in Turkey, but I also have an agency based in the Philippines. So basically, I am supplying workers to Europe, not just the UK. One of the main reason I moved here, it's because I wanted to widen the market that we are catering, and so far it has been successful. The Turkey office is supplying workers to Europe. So we're supplying currently to Bulgaria, Latvia, Croatia. We are supplying not just Filipinos, we are supplying Bangladeshis, Nepalis, and Indians as well.
Hi, my name is Sophie Sell. I moved here in 1990. I was on my 4th year in the College of Law in UP when I left, and I moved here because my first husband passed away. So I moved here for a holiday and I never looked back. Mahirap isipin yung happiness na wala na. I started as a personal assistant ng Dean ng Kensington and Chelsea for 9 years. And then I started recruitment from 2003. And I have worked for 2 multinational recruitment companies. Then I thought it's about time to retire in 2019, just before COVID. And then during COVID, you're not doing anything, so I realized this is not good. I will not survive if I'm not doing anything. So I put up my own company, recruitment, and I have been doing that since. I have hospital and nursing home clients, and I'm deploying nurses, care assistants, radiographers, senior carers. I mostly recruit from the Philippines and India, and those Filipinos who are in the Middle East. At present, I'm processing somebody from Israel, Singapore, Japan.
My name is Mark Malata. I'm the owner of Lutong Pinoy alongside with my mom, Kathy.
Ako si Kathy Malata. Ako ay dumating dito sa UK in 1973. Madami din trabaho na sinubok sa amin. Ako nag-umpisa ng domestic helper for a year. And after that, nagtrabaho din ako sa British Telecom as a caterer. And eventually, my husband, hobby niya kasi magluto eh. Kaya that's why nag-started ng Lutong Pinoy. Lutong Pinoy was started 1976. To have a business like this is very hard. Kailangan mo ng determination at saka hard work. It's a hard job, a very, very hard job. But luckily, thanks God, we are now here for 29 years. And my husband passed away 3 years ago. It was a struggle for us. But luckily, my son is very supportive, and now I'll handle it to him.
I've been around the family business since I was around 6 years old. So helping my parents and helping my mom and dad, like festivals and catering. Time went by, I gradually got into the business and I finished graphic design. From what I studied graphic design, I managed to put into the restaurant through branding, redecorating when we had a refurbish. Since then, we've been really busy. We continue with my dad's legacy. We are 30 years next year. We hope to go on for many, many more years.
Since we arrived here in UK, always our long-term vision to retire in the Philippines. Although we already built our life here, but always our dream to retire in the Philippines. That's why we invested in Philippines. In 2004, we acquired our first condo. My brother was studying to become a doctor, and he was renting a bed space. So we asked him to look for a condo unit. He found this condo unit in Makati. After he graduated, he moved to America. We started renting out our condo unit. Because of the rental income, we were able to purchase second unit, and that makes us easier to make another investment. By God's grace, we were able to franchise a Jollibee in Davao. I think yung pinaka-ano talaga is that we're able to open level 1 hospital in our hometown. That was the only hospital in our hometown. And I was really happy that we're able, it was a dream come true for me.
Way back 29 years ago, wala pang masyadong Filipino restaurant dito sa London. And my husband is very keen of cooking, so he just decided to mag-umpisa ng restaurant. And luckily, we are in the right position, right area. Aming customers mostly ay ating kababayan. And napakahirap i-introduce ng Filipino at that time kasi hindi pa masyadong well-known. Hindi gaya ng mga Chinese or whatever. It was struggling really to introduce. It was a hard job. But thanks God, we are here 29 years ago.
Before the restaurant opened, my dad had a real passion for Filipino food. He first started making longanisa and tocino at home as a sideline to an electrician job. Alongside that, he was first involved in the first Barrio Fiesta when stores then was around £50. Yeah, £50 a stall, to doing festivals, to setting up tourist stores, and we finally set up here in El Scott. It's been a long journey, especially establishing Filipino food, not only just amongst Filipinos, but also just people who are not familiar with our cuisine. It's very hard to introduce to non-Filipinos, but I think we've done a very good job in establishing ourselves, considering so many Filipino restaurants come and go. As a result of the restaurant, we've also managed to build a resort back in the Philippines. It's called the Palm Peak Resort. That is the pinnacle of our achievements, starting from the restaurant.
I started my career as a recruiter when I moved to Dubai 2001. And at that time, the main problem in Dubai is the lack of organized recruitment that supplies workers from different countries. So I took the opportunity to start it, and when the recession in Dubai came into place, one of the casualty is my company, so I have to close it down. But I've learned, many things out of that experience. So when I moved back to the Philippines, the opportunity to be part owner of an agency based in the Philippines came up. And so from then on, that was 2009, from then on until now, I'm still a part owner of an agency in the Philippines. But one thing I've learned about the experience in Dubai is that the healthcare industry will never go in recession. So even if, let's say, the real estate, the construction will go in recession, healthcare will stay as it is. So that's when I started to focus just on the healthcare industry. Then the COVID happened. I realized in those days that I'm more focused into just being in the Philippines, and there is a big wide world out there that I can still discover and do more ventures. So that's the reason why I moved here 2.5 years ago. But last year, I've realized that being in the UK, you have some limitations also. I cannot supply to the other countries in Europe. So that's the reason why I put up the company in Turkey to manage the business that I get from the other European countries. And plus, since I'm based here already, I have realized that there are other nationalities that I can help as well. They have been victimized by fraudulent agencies, so I make it a point to help them as well. So I'm helping Filipinos and as well as other Asian nationalities to get secure job in Europe and in the UK. It's not easy. It takes a lot of guts, and believe me, I've lost many battles, but then I'm still here, and it's satisfying so far.
Actually, I studied beauty therapies, hairdressing, everything before I even started to become agency. I didn't like to open a salon. It's not my passion. My passion is to work or give a care to people. So when I started the agency, it was struggling because you need a big capital. Siyempre, yung mga client mo, hindi sila nagbabayad. Sometimes it take 3 months, 2 months, one stage take 4 months, depending how you chasing them. So that was a struggle. Kasi, siyempre, kailangan mong bayaran. You need to pay the wages of all your staff. And it was really hard. Top of that, if the carers is cancelled, you need to jump in. So, if you are short of carers, you need to work. So that was the struggle in the beginning of the business. Apart from that, I enjoyed it. Every time I go to the client and they're happy, make your heart big. Parang tumataba yung puso mo. Kasi you done something good. And if your carers is good as well, and they are loyal, pag sinasabi nilang, thank you ma'am, nakabili na ako ng bahay, naka-invest na ako ng ganito, napag-aral ko na yung anak ko, ganito. That's something. You done something good at least. Kaya at the moment we're trying to expand, and hopefully our expansion is gonna work, and hopefully we help more people. My advice is to the people that wanted to have an agency, so unahin muna nila yung finances. Dapat meron na silang ipon, at least to start with, at least meron silang 40,000. Yung mga dapat nilang bayaran, kasi from start you need to do everything. Application form, training, lots of trainings, DBS, you need to pay for it for the first time, kasi hindi naman mga Pilipino minsan hindi nila kayang bayaran. They have been with me for, one of them is 9 years, some of them 7 years, 6 years, 5 years, so they've been with me for a long time.